structure that we had on ground. And I actually came into Gtext when I had a major relapse on my business. That was in 2015. For me, was the biggest breakthrough I had then, but due to lack of proper structure knowledge, somebody messed up the business and we kicked off major projects were handling the banks and the rest. But coming in as intern Gtext, then the system, the way the structure was, coming with the kind of exposure I had, and I had to come to under somebody that is just a new baby or something, and I'm like, okay. So I had to learn that part of, following the system, and by the grace of God, I was able to move, and I got the opportunity to also manage. That's when they started the Gtext homes, and Sapphire was the first property we had there. I was able to be the manager for Gtext homes then, and that whole system exposed me to land acquisition, the process, the exposure, the negotiation part. Also exposed me to the part of moneyless, the wahalas, the threats. There was one I can't forget when MD said, "God." I was comforting her with family members, not like you. I'm not dealing with you. But me, being who I am, I'm not scared of anybody because I know what I carry. So I didn't follow those old things. But that experience actually helped me to boost my confidence level. That's why now when I'm talking to surveyors, even our surveyors, are like, see, even if they bring gun, they shoot me, the gun will not enter, it will not work. And the guy was like, "Oh God, what are you carrying?" And I said, "I know what I carry." But you won't understand that because that experience in 2016 opened my eyes to how these guys really work. They are loud mouth guys. They don't have big mouths. And if you are scared, they will take all of you. There's one that said happened in Sapphire where the OPC guy was like, I'm going to do that. And I was able to just overcome all those scenery then. Then in 2017, went back then. Coming back again this period, that was last year, on a bigger scale, because now Gtext has expanded. They have gotten better, gotten more property and more liquidity. And coming back was a different ballgame for me because initially, when I came in, I saw other competitions. Initially, when you were here and people that around you were like learners, but when you come in and you meet also masters of craft, and you show that you needed to up your game, you needed to put in more effort. And looking at Dr. Sinakita, see, there's something, even before, I've always said, even all those guys I've watched his videos online and the rest, there's something I like about him. He's a no person. When it means no. If you want something, it goes all head out together. And that was part of what I've learned recently. I think that was part of what I'm applying in this Ibadan branch, because the thing is, it doesn't work perfect. There are times we even for trying to get things done. The beauty about Gtext is that it allows you to test so many things. I told somebody, I said, part of the goal I have personally to do $1 billion in a month. That's when I saw the kid out like 1 billion, see the result. Okay, it's like more ginger, more morale. Because my goal personally is to know how to set up a system that can give you 1 billion. And that thing is, this is a place I can actually perfect those skills. I can become better in sales, improve on capacity, improve on delivery, improve the trainings we are going through. I had a Gankadon training yesterday, and when I joined, when Mr. Charles, when he asked that question, Mr. Eric, when he asked that question, I quickly I was in 35. When the guy was looking at me that I'm in a class, I'm writing things out. And when I started asking the questions, the way he answered that, good, just 2 or 2, I like, okay, I think I'm improving on that my conversion model. There are people that I met on Gtext platform that normally we might not be able to meet outside. If I see them like, but I've been able to meet people that's helped me to boost my confidence. There are some people when they call me and they are talking to me, and like MD said, MD said, I'm going to call the MD now, I'll put you on speaker. And they're like, no, it's a PA, no. Just to show you that you can't just come and intimidate me with talk of any other reason. Why? Because I've been able to build a level of confidence based on the Gtext exposure. And I'm really grateful to God because initially I didn't think I would go this far. I didn't think I would become better like this. But within the last 9 months or 10 months of returning, I've been able to experience a different level on capacity in terms of sales delivery, in terms of grooming people. Because for me, I'm also this one man will go kind of person. But I begin to learn how to also see how you can attach people to yourself and also help other people to also grow. For me, I'm really grateful to God for the opportunity because Gtext Global, like MD has said, with this kid that I'm seeing this morning, there's adrenaline has been pumped in for more because the room is that you can actually do more. And when you do more, you get more. And the thing is that it allows you to also determine your pay. Trust me, I already know the pay I've written out in my mind. I have to even cancel some and add extra zeros so you can upgrade. The truth is that whatever effort you are putting in, whatever thing you are doing, don't forget you're not working for anybody. You're working for yourself. Because whatever capacity you're able to build together year today will be relevant for you tomorrow. And I thank God because this system has really opened my eyes to better opportunities of how I can move further. And I believe God, I'm ready to go further.
Next person's Jeremiah Jacobs.
He's also one of the oldest also.
Yes.
Okay, hi everyone online. So I'm Jeremiah Jacob and I work here at Gtext as head of subsidiaries. So my Gtext story, well, I think it's gonna be first, my
Why not face them? You can still come a bit.
I'm scared of the AC, so I don't get.
Is it hitting you?
Yeah.
Do have you?
Okay, so I think I first met Dr. Steven in 2014 or I think 2014. He came to speak at a place where I was working then. I'm not sure he has heard this before now, and I'm not sure that way. I was working with at Lead Foundation with Israel. As I was managing the IT department then, and he came, he spoke, and I was like, wow, how could somebody be able to there's something ignited in me that day. And I got his card, and then started following Dr. Steven online, watch his video, In fact, at some point, I even bought bulk SMS. I even paid for bulk SMS, website. Then got a bulk SMS website, and I could see the drive, to be able to achieve something in life, and that was also the kind of persons I want to connect with, back then. Then fast forward up until, because I also invited Dr. Steven, back then to University of Benin where I was schooling, to speak in an event, which in fact it was one of the most massive events I held back then in Unibed. And it was great. And up till today, I still have people who chat me up. In fact, one of them is even part of the GCP member now who came for the program then. I was like, thank you, for hosting this program back then, and blah, blah, blah. I was really blessed, I've been following Dr. Steven, and then, a lot of testimony I can say. Then fast forward to when I worked first for Gtext, that was in 2017, I think, early 2017, came in to manage, because Gtext Global basically was opening up many other subsidiaries, which I came in to manage also, but then we couldn't scale them much then, and then we needed to close most of them, and then I came back last year, to the glory of God. And of course, I was running just like Mr. Richard, my colleague said earlier on, I was running my own company, IT company also earlier on, and well, yes, we're doing averagely well, but then before I even met, because I came to just see Dr. Steven that day, not necessarily even for I just came to just to share some of the things I'm doing and to hear his advice and all of that. And then Dr. Stephen was like, I would like you to come work with us, and all of that. And I was in my head, I was trying to calculate the whole stuff, I'm working and all of that, and I was like, well, I'm running my stuff and all of that. But then I went back and think through. I'd always wanted to. I know IT is good, but then I wanted to scale to a point. I wanted something that could challenge me on a new ground. I wanted something that could give me an opportunity to. As an IT professional, I was basically doing projects of 500K, and all of that. I wanted to do deals at average in millions. I was like, and I also wanted to learn more about real estate. So I came here, I was like, I think I should take this offer. It's a good one for me. I came in first as a branch manager, and it was a very, I don't want to use the word terrible, but it was a struggling moment because it's an entirely a new industry. I was trying to even understand the terminology, the processes of the industry, but again, I was striving, trying to achieve all of that. But then I was seeing that also I was being paid, well, in Gtext. But then I was noticing those that I was even leading, that some of them don't even earn up to me. At the end of the month, it seems as though they're earning up to like times 4 of what I earn as salary. At the time, it ran in my head that, wait, what's happening here? People are, I happen to be branch manager. I'm earning good pay, but then we have some other persons who are even junior staffs, but they're earning far more than me. I began to think, what really am I, here for? I claim to be an entrepreneur. I claim to, why don't I, why the system is already challenging me? I'm not just here to earn salary. I'm not just here to, I at the time I told myself, frankly, that come, guy, better let's change up. You're not here to just earn salary. You are here to help build the system. You are here to learn how to make sales, in millions and all of that. And then I put in all I could, and since then I've been making some good progress. One of the things I've actually learned in Gtext, honestly, Gtext has taken me out of my comfort zone. Gtext has taken me out of. I wonder if I still remain trying to run my small business, and this is also an advice actually for many Nigerians, make good money. And many on I could keep saying, but then I'm very, very grateful to Dr. Stephen at the time for giving me the opportunity. And this is not because I'm on camera, and I'm sincerely very, very, very grateful. I am somebody of very big vision, very great, vision, that I want to explore. I wonder if those visions would have become something in my head that could become reality if I had not passed through this system. This system has broadened my mind. It has expanded my mind beyond, like the scripture says, that eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. It hasn't entered into the heart of any man. What God has for those that love it. This system has expanded my mind beyond what I ever thought I could explore in life. And life has become clearer to me. Business has become clearer to me. Working at Gtext has been a gift from God. And that's very true.
Because of time, we'll take 2 more. And HR, let me tell HR, every day we should be having people, go through this during devotion. We can be taking maybe 5. HR, so I'm saying that every day we should be going through this. At least for this week, we take everybody, at least who are old staff. The new ones, obviously, but we may not be able to take 1 or 5 minutes. So in the evening, we'll come back and still do another session. All of us seated, but listening to our colleagues share with us their testimony of having worked here. Okay, so we'll still do it later in the evening. So we have 2 more. I'm going to take Vivian, and then I take Noah. Vivian first.
Hi everyone, my name is Amichi Vivian. I'm the admin manager for Gtext for Woodland and Coast. Okay, my Gtext success story started in January 2008, 2020. So, no, sorry, January 8th, 2020. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I came in here as a customer service, and after COVID, customer service we do content and the rest of it, upload as well. So after COVID, I was promoted to admin and assistant to the manager there. That was okay. So on that fateful day, I wasn't sure of the role because this is me coming from a customer service from my former company to a real estate company. I was still trying to know what the real estate industry is all about. So I kept pushing me, writing invoice, and I was so conscious enough that I don't want to make mistake and people start calling me out. I don't like that. So on that fateful day, MD called me and he asked me I should define purpose. So I was kind of a bit, this is how much I've earned 2020, and I just joined 2020. Oh, 2021, we're going there. And that 2020, when we went to Dubai, people that shared was Kola Lukan and Pluto. When we entered, we were just screaming, paradise, paradise. I will never forget that song. So I just turned back to look. I said, I'm actually counting my blessings. Like, I entered January. This is me, December. Just everybody stand up in the admin department. Everybody stand up. Out of the office. So came down, and in my head, what have I done? I started checking I said to you, you're not coming back to this office if you are not going to make sale. This week, man, this guy, I just lost my mom this morning. What's wrong with you? And they were like, I don't care. I'm not laughing with you. Like, okay. In my head, I started reaching out. Brokers, I would do brokers, I would share contact. So it was one of the leads I shared on Facebook that brought in sales for me. So when I closed that deal, and he was the first person that came to carry me. You closed. I'm so happy for you. I'm like, okay, this one is not even personal. It's actually trying to see or push me to that end for me to say, and you know this process, I didn't utter a word like, probably asked me to do that. That when I do will ask you, like just like Mr. Richard said, when I do will ask you, go and fix it, and you come back and say, sir, next time he's not going to give you that work. So I just left, and like, okay, I added more. So what we do then when he was around, me and Edward, when he comes in the morning, you ask me, Minka said, can you tell me one thing that you've learned so far? And I mentioned that. I mentioned what Pastor Nick taught us. And she now asked me, how much sales have you made? I told her, I said, why are you complaining? Allow others to benefit from it. I'm like, sure. To cut the long story short, I'm a product of hard work and gratefulness in the terms of people that I've worked under. And I'm grateful to Dr. Stephen Akintayo for not letting go of the naive person that he saw in his office that day that was like, because actually I didn't know what that admin was all about, but in my head I figured it out. Then I was doing so much. Oh my God, that MD, any mistake, MD will call me out and he will punish me, and you dare not squeeze your face. It's all yes. Then query was, big another. There's no query now. Query was like pure water, and he will ask you, have you given her query? I can say yes. Did you receive the query? I say yes. Oh yeah, show me. So I'm grateful with all those action words, and sometimes we fight in Gtext homes, but it's basically work, and everybody will know their go to their corner and do their thing. I'm grateful for life, for God keeping me alive to this day, to see my growth and other people under me. Yeah, I can see their day-to-day growth, and I bless God for using me to, grow the small group that I manage. And Jesus Homes, thank you so much for believing in this poor girl, for training me up to this stage and still training me, because I know that there's still more to come. And like I said, I promise I will not fail in my duty. Thank you.
I feel like crying. I'm getting emotional already. Yes.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, boss.
My name is Noah Bunao. I joined Gtext as an intern. Immediately I left school. I remember the first time I saw Dr. Stephen was on LinkedIn. He took a picture in front of Sheraton Hotel, New York. So I saw him, he was black.
What were you expecting?
The encouragement was, this is a black man, and I know Sheraton Hotel to be big, but this is a black man,
The one in US.
in front of a very nice hotel in the US. So I felt I could do it too. And then one thing I've always understood is I need to learn from those who are ahead of me if I really want to go far. So I started saving. I remember my last scholarship in school then. Yes, I took part of it and said, this is what I'm going to use to start my life after school. And then I knew I wasn't going home. There's no father, there's no mother. I only have 4 elder brothers. And the way we were raised, everybody used to fend for him or herself. So I had zeroed my mind. I wasn't going home after school. At first, I started teaching in one school in Mushi. And later, when I saw an internship position at Gtext, I said, wow, this is what I'm looking for. And then I came that day. I sat in front of Dr. Stephen. He interviewed me. I told him I will be coming to work 3 days a week and be teaching so I can cushion my finances. He said there was no option like that, and the internship was not paid. Wow, it was hard, but I took it. I remember that first I was living Yaba to Oba every day, spending more than 1,000 naira every day. I wasn't receiving anything. I was only going to learn. I started as a social media intern. Then one of our graphic designers, I've forgotten his name now, he resigned, and that night I became the graphic designer for Gtext. It was really, really shocking. MD just said, Noah, you are not the graphic designer. Give me this particular banner tomorrow. That night I did not sleep. I didn't sleep. And then in the morning when I submitted what I deleted, what I designed, I was ashamed. MD called another guy, said, Tolu, is this what we do in this company? And then I stayed there till my NYC. I left to my NYC. I was thinking I would have enough money to do my NYC in the company, but I didn't, so I was sent to Plateau State. And then few weeks to the end of my NYC, I saw him this chat. He said, what am I doing now? I told him everything, and then he said, join us as a virtual staff first, then when you finish NYC, you join us as a full staff. I was really glad because I was, after you finish NYC, you always be thinking, what next? So I joined as a virtual staff. We started MD's book project, were to turn 15 of his books to audio books. So that was my first project, and we did it successfully. And then since then, when I resumed back to the office, I've been growing from one point of knowledge to another. I've sold properties. I am working on selling more. I've learned a lot of things, and my leadership skill had actually increased. Not just that, I have seen over projects that have brought in millions to the company, and that alone has widened my horizon. And very soon, I will soon leave Nigeria. So I can go to a better pedestal and also and also widening my horizon. I am grateful. This is the only company I have worked all my life, and so I've signed the bond to work more for 5 years. And I know that when I leave Gtext, I'm not going to work for anybody. Never. I would have enough to fund my passion. I have my passion. I'm learning. Even the training we're having on Grand Cardone is part of my passion.
Yeah.
Selling, branding, and also I see this place as a place where not just will I learn about my passion, I also have the opportunities to make enough for life. Recently, I'm having an issue with my elder brother, and the issue is, so I have become so independent working here that I don't go home for anything, I don't call anybody for anything. It has now become an issue, and I don't even come home. So I'm grateful to Dr. Stephen, I'm grateful to the Gtext family that I am here. Thank you so much, sir.
Wow. Well, I want to listen to all the testimonies. So in the evening, 5:30, we're back and we'll take some more. I'm going to get excited and encouraged by their testimony. Okay, maybe 1 year from now, those of you who are new, this will be your own story, right? At least next year when we do our anniversary, a lot of you who are new will be able to also share a positive experience. I know some of you are even still in your testimony. Like Debbie feel like sharing her testimony. Debbie is as if you are touching, but she has already enjoyed the Gtext blood. We call it Gtext bloodline. Actually, when you leave Gtext, you join a group called the Gtext bloodline, because obviously there's something that has been ingrained in you that is not normal. Right? That you don't get anywhere else. In fact, I tell people, except you start having dreams of me giving you assignments, you don't start working. And then you are trying to do it, then you wake up and realize that it was a dream. You don't start working. If you started working, you will have that encounter. At least one.
Several times.
You know, I always say right. You know, because it's a dream. Like, do it now, do it now. The first time the staff said it, I was like, that's not possible. Only for other staff to start raising their hand and we've had that encounter. Okay, so I think that's normal. But I'm happy at the testimonies, right? I'm happy that people's life are better. A lot of people, when they leave Gtext, they kept saying that I've never gotten a place where I felt like no other organization gave me that feeling that I had at Gtext. Because it was like I could grow, I could learn, I can be what I want to be. So pray that will be the testimony of the new ones. Thank you guys. And